No. Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to us again. I'm YOGITO here. So today we have a good chance to make a interview regarding future business with African peoples. So maybe for the details, we will show you what's his name, what is our plans to make some questions to him. So let's just check it out. Okay, we'll be starting by Miss Michelle.
First, by me, sir. May I know your name?
Okay, my name is Brighton Makore
Brighton Marcole.
from Zimbabwe, Africa.
Okay. Then
Where do you live?
in Batam.
Yeah, in Batam.
Here in Batam, I live in Costa Rica residence.
Oh, Costa Rica residence. You live alone or with family there?
I came here alone, but my family joined me 2 months later.
Oh, you come from Africa to Indonesia alone?
Alone, but
So
later.
braver, guys.
How long you have been here?
I've been here for 5 months now.
Oh,
5 months. So means they're starting on September.
Yes.
What? Oh, September already. Oh, so amazing. Okay.
Okay. Do you have any future business plan?
Yeah. If I say no, I might be misleading myself. There are so many opportunities in Batam or Indonesia as a whole. So if I stay here long,
Maybe.
definitely I will try to venture into some sort of business.
Okay, great.
What kind of business that you want to do?
And based on the opportunity that you see in the Batam side.
Okay, from what I read and what I hear, Batam is a free trade zone,
Yes, right.
meaning there are a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, but I think it's quite long. Also, Batam is free trade zones, but sometimes now I just get some information. Maybe will be charge of tax also. But just starting this year,
This month
only the starting for the online store. We go shopping need to make the tax around 50% at 50% from total amount.
Oh.
So a bit quiet, but I don't know for the future lah. But current, if we see the current situations, maybe we can having more opportunity.
Nevertheless, I will still want to venture into some sort of business here in Batam. My major thinking is for import and export. I would like to import something and manufacture it to a finished product, then resell, export it to some other countries.
Oh, so means that we make productions in Batam.
Yeah, we import raw materials to Batam, manufacture goods,
Okay.
then export.
By the way, like you say, like raw material you want import to Batam, what kind of product you want to sell?
Yeah, that depends with changes in markets,
Oh.
changes in business opportunities.
Yeah.
But from what I see, food products they are much viable,
Yes.
profitable in Batam.
Wow, quite good. Yes.
I want to ask how confident you are in this future business plan for this product.
What the product is it? Just told.
Okay, as I said before, this depends with my stay in Batam. If I'm going to stay long, then I'm 100% confident. But if I don't stay long, then unfortunately I will not start anything.
Yes, yes, great.
Okay, as you say, like you want to make a food business, okay? What's the special of your business?
Compares to others.
To other
So means that you said that example. I just give example. You want to make a food
Maybe
manufacturing.
burger.
Yeah. So what is kind of special from the food you okay like we just make some example maybe you want to make burger. So maybe you have planned make a difference with current have sell burger in Batam. Let's say like Burger Kings or maybe others models. Maybe you have what special that you can put in this new.
Yeah, you see, Batam is quite a lot of different people from different nations. that is diversity.
Mm.
All these people, they have different tastes.
Mm.
From Batam to Singapore, I've seen quite a number of different restaurants.
Yes.
Indian restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Taiwan restaurants, this and that restaurant. It means each individual restaurant has got a different taste, and people follow a different taste. So suppose I open an African restaurant,
Yeah.
I think it will be more
Yes, you're
viable
right. Yeah,
because
yeah,
people
yeah.
they taste different. They have for a different taste. They go for different type of cooking. So
Besides that, you also can show to the world what is the Africa also, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an African ambassador.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, one more again. What is your motivation to make the restaurant, like African restaurant, at Batam? Do you want to explore the African food or like any else?
Yeah.
The
there are
first motivations are what you want to make a restaurant here.
Uh,
Motivations to make a future business.
the motivation is there is a lot of young people, and if I have the opportunity, is I want to try and create employment for the young people, for the young generation. Because if I open a restaurant, I'm not going to work there.
Yeah.
What I just do is I put capital and I look for people to work for me. So I create employment for the young generation.
Yes.
That's the motivation. I can't keep the money in the bank laying idle. Yet there are people looking for jobs.
Yeah.
So that's the basic motivation that I have. Even back home, I was doing something whilst I was working in Zimbabwe. I was doing some sort of business, not because I wanted to make profit, but because I wanted to create some sort of employment for the young people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the motivation I have.
Okay, sure. It's so great to hear. Maybe you have any other pages?
Done.
Okay, so maybe we hope that especially maybe you can show us show to the world what is Africa actually. Then maybe let's you say you want to build like some restaurants or maybe coffee shop or else. Okay. Then based on your experience, maybe you have been long work also. Maybe you have seen so many roles management. How to they create a new opportunity or new manufacturing or new shop to create let's say that you want like example like restaurant. What's kind of your opinions or your or let's say how a bit difficult your plans to starting.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah, I will try to answer that. Okay, based on my experience, I've been to so many countries. I've been to Tanzania, Mozambique, to Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe. I also visited South Africa here and there. Starting a business, first thing first is you need to see the government regulations. If they are favorable or they are not favorable. In that you are looking at registration, taxation, minimum wages, job security for your employees,
Yes.
things like that. You have to consider
Everything.
everything. You also need to consider viability. Is the kind of business that you are venturing into viable in that environment? For example, I will give you a very good example. I'll say, okay, I need to open a restaurant, but I need to be selling game meat. and there's no game meat here in Batam.
Yeah.
Meaning that game meat will be very expensive against fish. Fish is very cheap.
Yeah.
So if I open a game meat restaurant here, it's not viable because the game meat will be expensive. People opt for cheaper products. So basically, you try to balance on the viability of the business, the cost side of the business, and also you need to consider the government regulations. Also another thing, especially with Indonesian people, you also need to consider religious issues.
Yes. Right.
So you can't just open a restaurant without considering all those sorts of things. Otherwise, you see no one coming to your restaurant.
Yes. Right.
So you need to be certified with all authorities, for example, halal. You need to be certified with the Ministry of Health. Yeah, things like that.
Okay. So let's we know that starting a business is not easy also. We need to make to give whole life. Yeah, we need to give whole life for the plans business we have set. Then maybe the last question is problem. It's not problem. Problems that we know is a problems we will be facing. So many will be faced by us also. Okay. So based on your experience, also maybe you can share to us how to control or how to solve. Yeah, how to resolve the problems if we are starting for the business. Let's say that maybe we're starting for the business, then we fail. Maybe it's a bit of problems that will come to us. Then how we can be like confident what we have said also.
Very good question. Everywhere there are problems.
Yeah, I know.
In church, there are problems. In ministries, there are problems.
Yeah.
In government, there are problems.
Manufacturer
Even-
to make us be the employers to solve the problem actually.
Yeah, even in families, there are problems.
Also, yeah.
But the important thing is how do you approach the problem? That's the important factor. One thing I would say is if you encounter a problem when you're opening a business, you don't lose heart. Because if all the business that we have, they quitted their business because they encountered some problems. We will not have employment, we will not have businesses here, we will not have all the manufacturing companies that we have here. So, what you need is persistence. Another thing that I need to say is when you are starting a business, you need to give a very good research on the kind of business that you want to venture into. You need to research on where you are going to get raw materials. You need to research on the labor markets, that is the labor supply, the labor demand in the market. You need to research about the market. What are the people's preferences?
Yeah.
You also need to research about how much money should you invest. Because if you invest little capital, you encounter some problems in that capital as well. But if you have enough capital, you inject more capital, you invest, you start your investment. If you have problems, you encounter those problems with the capital that you have. You can solve those problems. Because everything in the world now is how much money do you have.
Yeah.
If you have money, you will solve all the problems.
Yes, right.
Maybe you buy a new machinery, it had a breakdown. If you don't have another money to buy a new machinery, you are stuck. But
Yes.
you have a backup money to buy a new machinery, then you are okay.
Yeah.
So it depends with the kind of problems that you are facing. So you can see how you can, how best you can encounter those problems.
It's not about the future business, maybe. I just want to ask about your experience, about your experience, maybe. What do you think about Indonesian people, about Batam people? Is it
To support your business also, if you have plans, it's a good question.
A very good question.
Second, very good question.
I've never been to other places in Indonesia except Batam. But
by the way, wait, sorry, if you want to go to explore Indonesia, I have plan and she have plan also. So we just set time, then we go together.
no, it's fine, it's perfect. Okay, I've never been to other places in Indonesia except Batam. But with Batam people, what I know is they always carry smiling faces.
Oh my god, he's smiling face.
Smiling faces.
Okay,
So-
keep smiling, okay?
So-
We show our...
So I think they are friendly people. Yeah,
Yes,
I
of
don't
course.
have any issue with them. Yeah, they are friendly. They are always there when you want them.
Yeah, right.
Good.
So good. So this is your first time. Maybe you can compare. It's not compare, Is that what you see differently from Africans and Indonesians?
Well, there's a big difference between Africa and Indonesia. Not Indonesia, maybe Asia as a continent.
Yeah.
First thing is infrastructure development. In Africa, we are very far behind in terms of infrastructural development. We are talking of roads, we are talking of technology. Here we have 5G, we have 6 or 8G, I'm not sure. But in Africa, you only have 3G. So that's a big difference. And with this modern world, technology is very important in doing business. Another thing I see is okay. There's a very big difference. I think I don't want to get much into this. It's political. There's very much big difference in terms of political stability between, especially.
Okay, you can have your coffee first.
Sorry.
Okay, never mind.
There's a very big difference in political stability between Asian countries and African countries. And those instabilities in Africa, they are hindering development, which is a bit bad thing to the African nations. The other thing I think is you see, for example, Indonesia has got huge market. We talk of Batam only. It's got huge export market. But when you go to Africa, we don't have that kind of market or such markets, export markets. So our production is for internal consumption only in Africa. But when you come to Indonesia, sorry, when you come to Indonesia, their exports are more than imports, or maybe they are close to each other, which is bringing their economies to stability.
So pretty much hopefully that it will be good future also for Africa. Actually, I don't know why. Actually, if see some Africans, don't know why I'm so amazing with them actually. they can, yeah, from the generation we see that, oh, they're more stronger than us also. By the way, I have some information that the winner the winner of Miss Universe also South Africa, right?
Yeah, it's from South
This,
Africa.
twice, not twice, I think more than twice time already be the winner.
I think sometime 5 years back, I think the first runner also was from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I don't know what Africa is so, yeah, first time they saw liver also.
Yeah.
Then so have special team from them. It's very great. And then beside of this, like, okay, we back to our discussions future business. And then I ever have a plan actually from my self experience. I have a plan to sell dry food to export to Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just starting plans, but I don't know what's future. Maybe sometimes I just feel I'm so scared.
Okay.
I'm so scared. Maybe how if I fail? How to face it? How to solve it? How everything that I feel the bad thing will be happen in the future. Okay, my question is, if based as your experience, maybe you are so experienced more than me, right? So based on current conditions that I'm sad that I'm so scared, so many bad things I feel that need to preparations for the future. Is it normal or
Yeah,
I'm overthinking of that?
it's normal. You are human.
Yeah.
Even myself, when I knew that I was coming to Indonesia,
You have scared also?
I was scared. I was going to a new country, and even my wife tried to stop me not to come here. But I said, okay, I'll try.
Yes.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay, in business or in anything that you do on this continent, if you don't take risk, you don't success. So what you need to do is you take risk.
Yeah, so guys, remember, need take a risk. We are management, so
Yeah,
we need to
so-
take a risk, so be future boss also.
Yeah, so everything that you do, even going to school, sometimes it's difficult for you to choose a program that you're going to take from. Maybe you say, I want to be an accountant. You try to think, I want to be a journalist. You think, maybe I'll go to army, things like that. So finally, you say, okay, I'll go for this. But you're taking risk, you don't know your future.
Yeah.
Maybe you just have the degree, the program, but you sit at home. You don't find a job.
Yeah.
It's actually taking risk. So I'm not scared to take a risk.
So you just normally feel like, right?
Yeah,
So
it's-
not normally thinking. Like,
Yeah.
So the conclusion is like, stop thinking, just do it.
yeah,
Stop thinking,
right.
just do it.
Just take a risk to
Yeah.
make some improvement of your life. So it's great discussion.
I have one more question. If the capacity of if the capacity success, is that the value or the advantage or any else? Like we want to make people come to like we want like ya capacity sukses itu dari advantage or value.
Also means that your opinions regarding a success work is based on what
It's from
value
value money, meaning money.
or any else like make people kerja untuk kita.
Work for or means that what do you think about success? Is it based on value that we have, money that we have? Is it success or maybe other things that said that, oh, I'm success already beside instead of money, instead of money?
Yeah, people sometimes understand this. Success doesn't mean money, to have money, to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Success is to achieve what you want to achieve.
So
It's not having a lot of money. Because there are people with a lot of money but they are not using it. By the end of the day, you die and you leave that money.
yeah.
It's not success.
Yeah.
For me, it's not success. Success is to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay. I will give you a very good example. Say we have two individuals. One comes from a poor family. Yeah, they don't have goats, they don't have cattle, they don't have anything. One comes from a rich family. Maybe his father has got an aeroplane, has got some businesses. Okay. This who is coming from a poor family is trying to achieve maybe to buy a car. Okay, he's trying to achieve to buy a car. And maybe this one from the rich family say is nothing, maybe is just trying to have a wife. Okay. So by the end of the day, if this buys a car and this marries, by the end of the day, who is more successful? Because who is working from nothing and trying to set a target is achieving more because he's working hard to achieve that.
Yes.
He's focused. But this one doesn't have any focus. You see? So my opinion is if you achieve what you want to achieve in life, is that's success. That's success.
Okay. So actually quite good for your how maybe I think Africa is not the mother language is not speaking English, right? Or you in Africa you speaking English every day.
Okay, Africa is Africa was colonized by so many countries. Yeah, you see those
I have
countries.
some information from this also.
So those countries which were colonized by the British, they speak English.
Okay.
Countries which were colonized by the Portuguese, they speak
Portuguese
Portuguese
yeah.
language, like Mozambique and Angola.
Oh yeah.
I also speak Portuguese because I've been to Mozambique for quite a long time.
Okay.
Countries that were colonized by the French, they speak also French.
No.
So you see, there is a mix of languages, but also there are so many native languages there. Yeah, you go to South Africa, they speak Zulu, they speak Tswana. You go to Botswana, they speak their only language, native language. You go to Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, we have about I think 23 native languages, between 17 to 23 native languages. I only speak one native language.
What is it?
I speak Zezulu.
Zezulu.
Shonaya. But we have Ndebele, we have Venda, we have Chitonga, we have quite a number.
So many.
So many.
So many. I never hear it before.
Yeah, so we have so many. Yeah, so you also go to Zambia, they have their own native languages, Malawi, Mozambique. There are so many languages in Africa.
Sure. Okay. So means that English is already starting from the maybe child's from the
Yes,
children
like myself, I
already.
started from preschool. You start speaking English from preschool.
Frisco. What is it? Frisco.
Preschool, that's babysitting, or called babysitting.
Like
Preschool.
primary maybe?
Yeah, it's just before primary.
Oh.
Yeah, just before primary.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten.
Oh my goodness. So long time to. Yeah, it's very.
Like my daughter is just 1 year, 10 months now. But her mother is just started teaching her English.
Yeah, by the way, I just maybe for the. Do you have to make visa come to Indonesia? Visa, right? Visa.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
must.
So how many months? How many months? It means that okay, we just allow you to live in Indonesia maybe around 6 months only, or maybe.
Yeah, it depends with the visa type. Yeah. Depends
So
on the
how
visa
about
type.
yours?
Mine, the first one was only 6 months. It's expiring or maybe March, sometime in March. Yes.
Okay, so means that if the visa almost last, so you need to remain in.
Yeah, depends with the company. If they still want me,
Yeah, yeah, right.
if they don't want me, then
So far, of course, company want you lah.
yeah, I say goodbye.
Not goodbye lah. You just maybe can have other chance to having a job in Asia also, especially in Batam. Batam, I think for the security company, is a lot.
No, it's difficult because I cannot look for a job here. I'm not a citizen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's difficult for me to look for a job here. I need to go back to my country. If I get a job, I apply for visa and come back.
Sure. Okay, so and then maybe that I want to ask you also your experience. So many experience here today.
This is the
Serious,
last,
man.
or
This
not?
is, I don't think so. If you have a lot of money,
Yeah.
just continue. Okay. Before you said yeah, this is your first time come to Asia.
Yeah.
So maybe before you have decided you have to come to Asia for a job. Then what's kind of the what I say is applications maybe or you to apply your job or how to get
Okay, well, for me, I didn't apply for a job. I have my LinkedIn profile.
so okay.
LinkedIn profile. So that's a
It's very good for link ID. Link ID is for international.
yeah.
It's link ID instead of job stream.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So YSQ is an agent who was looking for the workers, and she got me on LinkedIn. She saw my profile. That was sometime in March 2019. She told me, she contacted me. She told me there's a company in Singapore. They want someone like you. I just brushed it off. I said, no, I don't want to go. Okay. So she kept quiet for some time. She came back again to me. She told me, this company really needs someone like you. It's looking for people. Then I said, okay, you can give me the company name. Then I had to check the company name on the internet, the profile. And so yeah, it's true, the company exists.
Yeah.
Then I said, okay, we can discuss about the contract. Then that agent gave my details to the HR. We started communicating from there.
When SQ is our branch office in Singapore. So for the link ID, you said that you just through email.
Yeah, through email.
Through email.
Yes.
So maybe we have application link ID.
Yeah.
You see, by Indonesia, we often using JobStreet.
Wow.
Yeah, JobStreet only. Link ID is seldom often. But I ever hear it before. I never tried. But yeah, if you said that if you have chance to go to export other country, yeah, maybe it's also can be having it that
Yeah.
applications also. Okay.
I want to make one more gamification. This is
Yes.
for us and for other people to watch this. What is your message to us and other people to watch this to make new business in the future?
What should have we do? What should we prepare first? Maybe the first thing we need to prepare first. And what we thinking about a future business? What should we prepare to make a future business? Maybe you go.
It's very brilliant to have such an idea from young people like you. You are very energetic, and you are the future of the world, the future of the nations. So, what I would say is you need to equip yourself. As I said before, there are always some changes in the world. You'll see 10 years back, it was a different world. We didn't have Facebook, we didn't have LinkedIn, we didn't have a lot of technology that we have at the moment. But there is always some changes coming up now and again. So you need to equip yourself with knowledge and with solutions on how to overcome those changes. Okay, that's that's number one. Number two, you need to have a capital. So capital cannot come where you're seated at home. You need to work hard. You need to have savings. I have been to some leisure places a few times here in Batam. You see young people drinking, abusing some alcohol, things like that. If you are to become a business person, I think you need to keep yourself away from those things. You need to be focused.
Right.
You have some savings. You get a little money, you have some savings so that you can start up something. But if you use all the money that you are getting, you don't have savings, you don't have capital, how are you going to start a business? That's all what I can say to all the young people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the message. And then
Maybe just that.
We just did. We all spent around half hours more.
Yeah.
This is great
It's
communication.
a long interview.
Maybe you can say hi to our friends. Maybe we also upload to our YouTube also later. This Mr. Brandon.
Hello guys.
Yeah.
I'm Brighton once again.
From
I hope to
Africa.
from Africa. Hope to see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also talk to our lecturer. Maybe you can, if a chance, maybe our lecturer will be finding you later also.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a good chance for us also communities that we can learn from this. Especially for the starting the business. Starting the business like my patients before, maybe we have said need to do it first.
Yeah.
And then keep improvement yourself.
Yeah.
Don't to be scared.
Yeah.
Like, and then your message also to our young people now is, I get, go away from the negative things.
Yeah.
Everything is not only alcohol. Everything. So you need to having more knowledge also.
Yeah.
Need to.
Most more experience too.
Yeah. You just keep. Actually, from my side is, because we are young now, so do it the wrong things.
Yeah. Maybe the other thing that I missed is your success depends on whom you associate with.
Yes. Right.
If you associate yourself with people who doesn't have any dream, they say birds of the same feather flock together, fly together. Okay, so if you want to succeed in life, you need to have a mentor. You need to be close to someone you think is succeeding in life. So that's what I can advise you. You don't have to hang around with anyone. I'm not saying you can't choose your friends, but you need to see the person you are close to. What is he teaching you?
Yeah.
What is he telling you to do? What good things can you copy from him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the basic things of life.
Yes, absolutely right. Okay, guys, maybe that's our interview today. So there is a bit, there's a much thing we have friends today also. Then for the starting a new business, maybe you can start from yourself first. So don't to be scared. So much you give will be much you earn. Is it right? Okay, so I think this video should be have a lot of information to you. Thank you for watching us also. See you for the next time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Brandon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm so glad to having you here today.